Hello, folks, and welcome to your very own Tech and More. Hope you guys are doing awesome. So, I got a request recently from one of our subscriber, and he wanted us to create a video that talks about the comprehensive roadmap on how to become a Salesforce automation tester. So, here we are. Your wish is our command. So in this particular video, I will be taking you first of all to introduction of what Salesforce automation testing in general is, number one. Number two, I will be talking about why Salesforce automation testing is so much in demand. Why is it so famous? Why should you opt for it? And then we'll talk about the course content. So I'm going to provide you with a proper course content or a proper curriculum, which you need to learn, which you need to follow in order to transition into this role. Not only that, I'm going to share the resources with you as well that will help you and sort of guide you to from where you can learn everything which is mentioned in the course outline. Cool. So yes, that's that. And before we start, I would like to tell you that we are conducting live training sessions. Me and one of my partner, we are doing this in collaboration. Uh, that is SGTS. I will share the website link with you as well. That website has all the details about our academy that we run, and our ultimate goal is that we train you and we make you job ready. That is the ultimate goal, because a lot of organizations teach you, train you, but I think that there's a huge gap when it comes to actually preparing and knowing what exactly to be I'm sorry, how exactly to be prepared for an interview, right? So we are running this program which starts from 15th of January. It will be a virtual session. You can join it from anywhere, and we have kept the timings, keeping the office folks in consideration. I will share the link to that particular web page, which has all the details of the program that we call as an Hello IT program, in which we train folks on BA, QA, test automation, and Salesforce. So if you're interested, go and uh, have a look at that. You will find an option to join a public WhatsApp group. You'll find an option to join the registration queue. So you can do that, and you'll have the contact number and everything there, so you can reach out to me directly for your any queries, right? So I'm sorry if I took 1 or 2 minutes to explain this, but I feel that a lot of people are comfortable in live sessions and trainings, so I felt maybe that will be helpful to you, right? So cool, let's start. Uh, Coming back to the main agenda, that is how to become a Salesforce automation tester in 6 to 8 weeks, right? Let's start. The first one is introduction to Salesforce automation testing. And I am not going to call or repeat the word Salesforce automation testing a lot. I'm going to now use the acronym that is SAT. So, what is SAT? It is basically using the concepts of testing and automation tools like Selenium WebDriver or Prover to make sure that your Salesforce solutions which are being delivered are of top-notch quality, right? Uh, I'm not going to talk a lot about these basic terms. What testing is, you already know that. So yes, that's that. Now, the next one is importance. So it's see, when you talk about importance of automation, it is same for every platform, be it Salesforce, be it SAP, or be it anything for that matter, right? So some benefits are, uh, you save manual effort, you save time, things move very faster. So these are some benefits of automation testing. As I always said, I'm not going to waste a lot of time on very basic things. I want to quickly go through the guide, the content, and tell you the resources. But yes, this is important to give you a flavor of how exactly the entire thing is, right? Then the next one, that is skill set. So skill set required, skipping all these lines. Uh, in very simple words, the three magic words that you need to become an SAT is Salesforce knowledge, automation knowledge, and testing knowledge, right? Your knowledge, your information that you need to know is in the role name as only. That is, you should be well versed with the Salesforce knowledge, the admin knowledge. I'm not saying development, only the admin knowledge. Understand Salesforce functionality. Number two, you need to be proficient in any of the tool, preferably Selenium WebDriver, because that is the most widely accepted. And then the third one is the QA concepts. That is your basic testing concepts, right? Then, opportunities for professionals in Salesforce as a QA. Why did I include this slide? The reason being that, I have been working in this industry for more than 8 years now, and I have never seen any platform similar to Salesforce or dominating the market so much, right? When I use the word dominating, it's a strong word, and I'll justify why am I saying this. You might see a lot of job opportunities which come for integration testing, performance testing, security testing, and so on, right? But when it comes to any platform dependent testing, very few platforms like Salesforce or any other platforms for that matter have been able to capture the market so much that an organization or a company is posting a job opportunity or their platform saying that we want a Salesforce QA, right? That is the amount of demand, the insane demand that Salesforce right now has. So if you are a functional tester and if you want to grow more into your career without focusing more on the on different types of testing, it's a very good way to go. You can get into Salesforce QA. If you don't want to learn automation, that's also fine. There are a lot of opportunities for a Salesforce QA as well, right? So either you become a Salesforce QA or you become a Salesforce automation QA. Depends upon you. But Salesforce is it's the right time to get into Salesforce. Cool. Then overview of the transition. Again, skipping all the lines, you can have a look at them later on. But my job is to summarize things for you. So uh, you know, the timeline is something that we come up with as the generic understanding. That is, at the start, if you saw, I did mention it that the timing is from 6 to 8 weeks. But if you see in this paragraph, it is written as 6 weeks, right? 6 weeks is the ideal time, right? Uh, there are numerous factors. Number one, you could be a working professional. Number two, you might be very, very new to things, so you might take more time to learn. Number three, you might already know Salesforce. So you only need to learn automation and QA. Or you might know functional testing. You must be working as a functional tester right now, and you only need to know Salesforce and automation. So your time will decrease, right? So 6 to 8 weeks is basically the generic timeline that we think will work for folks. You can complete it in lesser time or more time, right? So that is the timeline that you need to focus upon. Then the next section that I want to talk about is understanding the role of a Salesforce automation tester. Who is a Salesforce automation tester? Someone who is responsible for creating, maintaining, and executing automated test scripts. Let me highlight this for you, right? They ensure that testing processes are seamless, efficient, continuously monitoring all the executions. Okay, this all looks good, all the technical jargons, but overall, when you understand the Salesforce platform very good and you leverage your automation knowledge to automate your functional test cases, understanding the Salesforce platform, understanding the Salesforce DOM, that is your role as a Salesforce automation tester. In very simple words. Then, uh, this is very normal. That is involvement in Salesforce implementations. You have to, I mean, you will be a very, very critical part because you will be making sure that the system is working fine repeatedly, right? So the keyword is repetition. As you can see on the screen right now, this is the next slide. That is importance of smoke and regression testing. Whoever says that automation testing is completely going to replace manual testing is, I don't know. I don't want to condemn anybody, but they're speaking far from the truth. Either they are not aware about the things or they're just lying, right? Automation testing is a very, very critical part of Q industry right now, true, but it's never going to replace manual or functional testing for that matter, right? Uh, Automation testing is a very, very good friend of manual testing. If you are able to uh, leverage manual and automation both, that is when you are able to deliver a top-notch solution, right? Automation is very, very good for smoke and regression or sanity testing for that matter. So yeah, this is something you should know. And if honestly, if you have already watched my playlist, that is, if I talk about this one, Salesforce automation testing, or if you mm, 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 talk about how to become a Salesforce tester, I have discussed these things in stretch. If you haven't watched my playlist, please go and see. If you're aiming to become a Salesforce QA without automation, Salesforce concepts to know as a Salesforce tester is the most important one for you. Go and watch it. If you want to add on automation to it as well, then Salesforce automation testing playlist is the thing for you, right? Then we have some podcasts that we keep on doing. So I think that'll be a good call for you as well. Now, benefits of test automation we've already discussed. Some common challenges faced. What are some challenges in automation testing? See, the challenges are uh, what I have observed from my experience that in automating Salesforce scenarios, the DOM is usually very complex. That is, there is a lot of nesting in Salesforce, so that might make it a little difficult for you to write down the XPaths or locate the elements. That is one thing that I've realized. Number two is, which is in a way a good thing, that is there are frequent releases, frequent changes, but that might ask you to work on your automation scenario again and again to make sure that no new changes have hampered anything, right? So these are some common challenges. Then, uh, Why is it in demand? I mean, you keep on hearing all this noise around Salesforce. Why is it in so much demand? The reason being that the market share of Salesforce is dominant. Salesforce commands over 19% of the CRM market. So Salesforce sells a lot. That is why there's a lot of demand for Salesforce consultants. Number two, if there is high demand, the compensation is going to be more as compared to your peers who are not working in this ecosystem. Number three, growth rate of the community. More the demand, more the folks entering into it, more the people you can ask the support from, right? So it's a chain or it's a loop. So these are some reasons. Then now I am just going to skip this section because I feel it's a little theoretical. I know I should not have involved this slide if it is theoretical, but sometimes you need to put in the theory, which can be helpful to you later on. So if you want to read, you can read these things. They'll give you more information. But yes, for now, these are some things that we talk about. And now moving on to the most critical part of the entire video, that is the course content, what you need to learn from where you need to learn. I know this, you might feel that okay, these last 5 7 minutes were more theory, you were just talking about things in general, or maybe some folks might feel that okay, you're just lingering on the things, right? From your perspective, you're right, but from my perspective, I have to give you an entire 360-degree view of what you're transitioning into, right? So I cannot, I can directly go into the course content, but my philosophy is that first you get a feel of what you're getting into because it's about your career, and then we talk about the critical things, right? So let me straight away go to the course curriculum. So this is the one that you are expected to follow. Don't worry, I'll share the link to this particular course content as well. This is what you need to learn in Salesforce. This is what you need to learn in QA, and this is what you need to learn in automation. Some folks might say that, okay, I want to learn these topics as well. So, and which is not wrong in a way. When it comes to technology, it's a vast, it's a vast thing, and you might feel that okay, one or two things or three or four things are not mentioned here. That's okay. My job is to provide you with the basic framework, with the basic structure. If you feel that you need to add something, or if you have any questions, feel free to comment about any of the topic, and I'll be more than happy to help. Right? So, and then this is the course content that what you need to learn. Don't worry, I'll share the link to this, so you'll be sorted. Then, from where can you learn it? As I told you, number one, that we have the live sessions which are scheduled to start from 15th of January this year, 15th January 2025. You can register for that using the link. Or if you feel that you can do a self-paced learning, that's also fine. I mean, my job is to help you to learn things, be it assisted or non-assisted, that's up to you. So talking about the non-assisted or the self-paced, here is the how to become a Salesforce tester. That is, it talks about how you can become a Salesforce tester. And then in this playlist, that is Salesforce concepts to know as a Salesforce tester, we talk about the concepts that you need to know in Salesforce as a QA. A lot of websites talk about the Salesforce concepts from the development perspective. This is the only playlist that talks about the Salesforce concepts that you need to know as a QA. We just focus on the concepts which are critical as a QA. That's all, right? Then uh, there is this playlist that is Salesforce Automation Testing. From here in, you can start learning the basics of Selenium WebDriver from beginner to the intermediate level. So that automation is sorted. Then there are two more playlists. That is number one, wherein we talk about the most critical interview questions from the Salesforce testing perspective, just Salesforce testing and admin, right? Then the other one is wherein we talk about the most critical interview questions from the automation testing perspective. So you have all the content here. If you don't want to enroll for live sessions, that's all your choice. That's all your call. But my job is to give you all the options, right? In what all do we offer in that particular course, the live sessions is something that you can see here. So here you go. This is the page wherein all the details of that particular course is provided. And here is the course content, and here you can register and all. So yeah, I hope that this video is helpful to you. You get the course content, you have all the directions. In case of any other queries or any other questions, please feel free to comment, and we will be more than happy to respond as soon as possible. Yeah. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.